Go ahead, Ruben.
Hey guys, so I know this is a panel about Power Rangers.
I guess, hey, look, do you see that?
They're here.
Yeah.
That's his belt. That's his title belt.
Oh,
Man.
did he win?
Steal it. He got a title
That's
belt.
great. Where's he at?
He's in the
He'll be back.
bathroom right now.
Oh.
He'll be back. His
right.
phone's right there. He didn't go far.
So,
Hey, let's call him. No, his phone's right there.
unlike Dan and Jason over here. Oh, okay. Dan already explained. Then I have nothing to say.
Ruben was a stuntman on the show
Oh,
for
the
quite a while.
stuntman.
But Ruben was also an actor on the Japanese version of Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs. It's called B-Fighter in Japan, and that was my first introduction to the whole Sentai world. We call it, if you guys don't know, it's Sentai is the terminology for that. Tokusatsu Sentai it means Tokusatsu is like special effects. Sentai is the Power Ranger type shows. And anyways, I worked in that in Japan, got the experience.
You got to tell him the story about how you had to learn it all in Japanese.
I had to do everything in Japanese. I was a big Tokusatsu Sentai fan before going to Japan. One of the reasons I went to Japan is because, just like many of you here, I loved anime. I loved Power Rangers, and then I realized that Power Rangers, Robotech. I was telling Dan, Robotech was one of the reasons I went to Japan. That show, that show and all the other shows, Star Blazers, Gotcha Man, or what was it called here, Battle of the Planets. All these shows I realized when I was a kid. Well, I realized when I was in junior high school that all the shows from my childhood were from Japan. All the shows that I liked. So I knew in junior high that that's what I must do. I must go to Japan, and had no intention of getting into acting or anything like that. I literally fell into it. I got out there and needed money to survive, and registered with some modeling agencies and started getting work. And all of a sudden, I got a call saying, "Hey, we got this acting gig for this show. They're looking for somebody to do a little fighting, and it's the show." And they told me the show, and I was like, "I love that show. It's B-Fighter, right? Of course I know the show." And I think the reason I got the show is because I was the only one out of all the foreigners in Japan at the time, foreigners that like young guys that could go up for that role, that actually knew what it was and knew how to do a henshin pose, because I like doing it.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you without the cast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason. Sorry.
But anyways, I pulled out the pose. I did the transformation on the audition, and I think that's what got, what helped land me the role. And I got involved, and immediately I got on the set, started training with the guys, was in that world, and that has been my world ever since.
Hey, Dave.
And so it was written, the history of Ruben Langdon.
That was it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Blue Rangers.
Okay, that concludes the pre-show entertainment.
On the bottom.
Now the real Rangers are here.
Dan was a real ranger.
There's down here.
Oh, there. Down here. Yeah. So, are there any other questions? Go ahead. The floor is open. Yes, go ahead.
All right, so do you all...
No, dude, text. Text us the question.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the number to text? Do all
Yeah, let me give you Dave's number. 310. You gotta figure out the rest. It's not that hard. I'll give you a hint.
Do all the Power Ranger people who work with each other hang out with each other?
Say that again?
Do you guys hang out with each other even though the series is ongoing and
We were 10 years apart, their season and my season. So by the time I came on, I didn't even. We did work on Forever Red. We got together for the reunion, But
I hang out with Dan at the gym.
we hang out. Me and this dude.
Yeah, because he's.
But
he's
you're
always at
where
the
are you
gym.
now? You're in Texas now. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. It just doesn't happen.
You're strictly professional.
But actually, I want to talk to him about something afterwards. So it's possible we might be hanging out here for a couple of minutes. If you shake it really hard, shake it.
I like an exercise thing.
Yeah, yeah. I like the part where it goes like this. Okay, man, that's a shake it.
It's how you get those biceps like that.
Yeah. That's how I hurt my arm. I was like, ah!
The exercise machine.
Tony!
Oliver.
Tony Oliver.
Yeah, you have a question? Go ahead.
It's actually about that machine, because I want your professional opinion. Assuming it didn't look really stupid, would it actually work? That vibrating drinking machine?
I saw it at, I was in Bed Bath & Beyond, and I looked, I go, that's that machine. I picked it up, and I looked around, and I went, oh, that's enough, that's enough. No, it doesn't sort of conform to the kind of training I need to do, so I
Yeah, I don't think so. And you know that guy was in shape even before he even got the commercial. You know? Picked out a guy in good shape, and I'm like, I'm going to look like him if I order it. And then like years later,
Any other exercise machine? But so Power Rangers fans, guys, does everybody know who everybody is? Kind of, sort of, and
Why
what?
don't we introduce ourselves?
Okay, since I think you guys were here later than everybody else, but
He actually was here before us.
oh, before us. Then you went to the bathroom. Yes. Yeah. I did. All right. So, anyways, as I was saying earlier, I was not an actual Power Ranger like these guys. I was in the suits doing stunts. But back in Japan,
They were here for the history of Ruben Langdon.
Yeah, the history of Ruben Langdon is
It's
again.
Ruben Langdon night.
History again. Anyways, that's my story. Next.
I'm Dan Southworth. I played the Quantum Ranger in Time Force. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for having me.
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Humpty. No, Jason Dan Frank. Green, white.
Red, black,
Red, white, Texas.
pink on the weekends.
All the colors of the rainbow.
On the weekend.
Pink on the weekends.
Pink on the weekend. yeah.
What?
Is that just
I was just.
I'm David Yost. I played Billy the Blue Ranger. And I just want to say thank you all very much for coming. I completely appreciate seeing you guys and you guys spending money to come here.
I'm Tony Oliver. I wasn't a Power Ranger, but I pretended to be. No. I was the original co-producer and head writer for the first couple seasons and helped create the show. So that's.
And the voice of Saba.
There's the answer to your question.
I was the voice of Saba. Yeah, that's true.
There's the answer to your question about some of the one-liners right there.
Some of the cheesiest one-liners?
Oh, the cheesier the better. We like to call them fromage. That's French
The
for
ones at
cheese.
the end of Forever Ever the best.
Awkward moment.
Let's just stare at each other.
It's a question in the back.
Mr. Oliver, I heard you were making a documentary about the making of Power Rangers. Will it be available at a store, or do you have to be at a convention to see it?
No, we're working on it still. We had to put it on hold because we had a little trouble getting cooperation from the mouse.
Will it be available in store now?
As soon as yes, Disney.
But the
We hope
mouse is
so.
on-
We're just firing up production again, and hopefully we'll have it done by next year. And I don't know how it's going to be distributed yet.